Hello friends, welcome to my channel VK Voice. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 1, classification of elements. And especially today we are going to discuss what are the feature of the periodic table. This periodic table is having groups and periods. First of all, what is group and what is period? Now group is the vertical columns. You can see this column is here, group number 1, group number 2. These vertical columns is known as groups, and there are total 18 groups. Vertical columns are known as groups, and there are 18 column and 18 group. And these horizontal rows like this. These horizontal rows are known as periods. Vertical column, groups, horizontal rows, periods. So, first of all, how the elements are arranged in the groups. Those elements in which the outermost electrons are same, they are put in the same group. For example, group number 1, all the element is having only one electron in their outermost shell. Similarly, group number 2, all the elements are having 2 electron in their outermost shell. So in this way, the elements are arranged in the groups. Then group number 1 is also known as alkali metals. Why these are called alkali metals? Because when the element of this group are dissolved in water, they form strong alkali. But keep it in your mind, except hydrogen. Except hydrogen, when the element of group number 1 are dissolved in water, they form strong alkali. Now group number 2 is also known as alkaline earth metal. These elements also form alkali with the water, but their alkali is weaker. Then comes group number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. That means group number 3 to group number 12, they are collectively known as transition elements. So these are, so what is transition element? The elements which are there in group number 3 up to group number 12, all are transition element. Then comes group number 13. First element is boron, hence this is known as boron family. Group number 14, first element is carbon, this is carbon family. Group number 15, the first element is nitrogen, this is called nitrogen family. Then group number 16, oxygen family. But this is important family. Why? Because the element of this group forms ore. So these elements are ore forming elements. Hence these are also known as chalcogens. Group number 16 is also known as chalcogens. Why? Because these elements form ore. They are ore forming elements. That is why group number 16 is known as chalcogen. Then group number 17 is there. So group number 17 is also important because they form salt. They are salt forming element, and salt forming element is also known as halogens. So group number 17 is known as halogen family. Then comes group number 18. This is called inert elements. Why inert elements? Because their shells are complete and they are least reactive. They don't easily react with the elements. That is why these are known as inert elements or noble gases. So here keep it in your mind, group number 1 alkali metal, group number 2 alkaline earth metal, group number 3 to 12 transition elements. Group number 13, boron family. Group number 13, boron family. Group number 14, carbon family. Group number 15, nitrogen family. Group number 16, oxygen family, and this is also known as chalcogens. Then group number 17, this is halogen family. Group number 18, noble gases or inert elements. Group number 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They contain electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in their outermost shell. Therefore, these elements are also known as main elements or representative elements. So, the elements which are there in group number 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17, they are also known as representative elements or main elements. They contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electron in their outermost shell. Now we will discuss about the periods. As I told you that the periods are the horizontal rows. So that we are going to discuss. There are total 7 periods. You can say there are total 7 rows. Row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 7 rows are there. These are the periods. There are how many periods are there? There are 7 periods. And how the elements are arranged in the period? For example, if you are having first period, that means you are having only one shell. Electrons are arranged in the single shell only, then period number 1. If 2 shells are there, that means that is the period number 2. 3 shells, period number 3. 4 shells, period number 4. So depending upon the number of shell, the number of period is also decided. If 1 shell is there, period number 1. 2 shells are there, period number 2 and so on. Now if you see carefully in the periodic table, you will see that in the period number 1 there are only 1 and 2. So you are having only 2 elements. And then in the period number 2 there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. There are 8 elements. Then next also there are 8 elements. And then you will see 18 elements and 18 elements, and last 2 will be containing 32 elements. So first group is the shortest group. Then these 2 are short group. Then comes long group. Then these 2 last 2 are longest group. Shortest is first period. Sorry, I was telling you group. This is period. This is first period is the shortest, and 6th, 7th period are the longest period. Shortest, then last 2 are longest periods. Now the elements of period number 3, that is sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. These elements are collectively known as typical elements. These elements are known as typical elements. What are typical elements? Sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. Period number 3. These elements are known as typical elements. One more and very important thing which you should always remember, that there are some elements which are not given the place in the main body of the periodic table, and these elements are there in period number 6 and period number 7. First of all, period number 6, there are some elements starting from atomic number 57 to atomic number 71. They are not there in the main body. They are given a separate place, a separate row at the bottom of the periodic table. Similarly, period number 7, atomic number 89 to 103 are not there in the main body. They are also given the separate place in the at the bottom of the periodic table. Second row is there. And one more thing, sixth period, the first element, that means atomic number 57, lanthanum is there. Therefore, the first row here, this first row is there. This is called lanthanoid because first element is lanthanum. Similarly, in the period number 7th, the first element which is not there in the main body is having atomic number 89 and it is actinide. Therefore, this is known as actinoids. So, two series are there at the bottom. First is called lanthanum and the second is called actinoids. Lanthanum series and actinoid series. Now, the question may arise why these are not given the place in the main body. Because if the place was given to them, in that case what would have happened is that the geometry or the shape of the periodic table was going to be distorted. To maintain the shape of the periodic table, these elements are given separate place at the bottom of the periodic table. They are not there in the main body of the periodic table. One more thing, this periodic table is also, you can remember this periodic table in the form of the electron, in which shell the electrons are there. So keep it in mind, these two groups, first group and second group, here electrons are filled in S subshell. Therefore, these elements are also known as S block element. Here group number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. These here the electrons are there in the P subshell. Therefore, these are known as P block elements. 13 to 18, P block elements. Then this 13 to 12, 3 to 12, electrons are filled in D subshell. Therefore, these are known as D block elements. And then there are two rows. Here the electrons are filled in the F subshell. Therefore, these are called F block element. So, they are also arranged in the form of S block element, group number 1 and 2. P block element, group number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. They are called P block element. Group number 3 to 12 are known as D block element, and group number and these two rows are known as F block elements. So these are also arranged in the form of the block S, P, D and F block elements. Keep it in mind. This is also very important. Group number 1, 2 and S block, P block, D block and F block. One more thing. These two rows over there, their place should be there in the main body with D. And you know these D block elements are called transition element, and they should be included in the transition element, but they are not included. This F block element are also known as inner transition element. Inner transition element. They are also known as inner transition element. Transition element, D block elements are known as transition element, and F block elements are also known as inner transition element. Next thing which we are going to discuss is, I will explain you how the elements are arranged and how you will find which element should be given which position in the periodic table. Let us take an example. Suppose I take example of sodium. Suppose I am having atom sodium and you know its atomic number is 11. And if I have to arrange it, so you know its electron will be arranged like this: 2, 8 and 1. 2, 8, 10 plus 1, 11. So you can see over here, last electron valence shell contain 1 electron. Therefore, its possibility is where this element should be placed, which group this element should be placed, group number 1. And in which period it should be placed? Now count the number of shells. First shell, second shell, third shell. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 shells. Therefore, it should be placed in the third period. This last, how many electrons are there in the valence shell? That will decide the group. How many shells are there? That will decide the period. Keep it in mind, if you are to find the group of the element, see how many electrons are there in the outermost shell. That will decide the group. And if you want to find the period of an element, in that case, see how many shells are there. Number of shells, for example, here I am having 3 shells. 1, 2, 3. 3 shells. So the period is third. So this sodium element should be there in the third period and in the first group. Third period, first group. Now, where is the third period? 1, 2, 3. And you are having first group. Group number 1 is also there. 1, 2, 3, third period, and this is group number 1. So group number 1, third period, sodium. Similarly, you can find any element you can find in this way. Simply just take this example, keep this example with you. If you remember this example, you can easily find the position of an element in the periodic table. This is very important. This type of question sometime asked in the examination as well. So that will be helpful for you in the examination. So that's all, student. Today I have discussed many concepts with you, and if I just continue, this video will become a little bit longer and I don't want to put burden on you. If you understand these concepts up to here, that is enough. In the next video, I will discuss more concept based upon this chapter. Until then, I just say goodbye. But before saying goodbye, again I will say the same things which I have been saying. If you have not subscribed, subscribe my channel, share it and press the bell icon button so that whenever I make new video, you get the first notification immediately and your study remains smooth during this lockdown period.